on YouTube because I really want to be more what's the right word, consistent with my readings. Like past 2 years, every time there was like a full moon or a new moon, I would always have a ceremony. So yes, my lives may be impromptu, but you can always watch it afterwards. So hi, good evening. This is your full moon in Libra reading. So we had a full moon on the 12th of April, and it was a full moon at 23 degrees. Full moons have to do with releases, completions, the endings of chapters and the beginning of new ones. The sign of Libra represents harmony, balance, relationships, values, money, etc. So I'm going to do a reading on this full moon to let you know what you can expect. And what you can do is that you can watch this, then you can tune into my podcast episode on the full moon in Libra, where I'll give an in-depth breakdown of this full moon, and then a tarot reading, which is the one that you would see here. So yes, oh yes, my full moon reports on my podcast Perspective with Viv also have journal prompts. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to shuffle online. This first card decided to come out. What can we expect for the new moon in Libra? What is your message for the new moon in Libra? Okay, you saw that, right? Okay, fine. These three cards are falling out, and these other cards as well. And these are good cards. So I'm going to pick. Ooh, yeah. All right. So the first card we have is the Four of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Emperor. Then we have the Knight of Cups, clarified by the Queen of Wands. Then the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Eight of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Wands. So all these cards fell out, and I'm going to read them for you, of course. The first card that came up was the Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords speaks of you having some mental conflict, some mental anguish, you feeling unrest about a particular situation. Now, Libra is an air sign, so I'm not surprised that you may feel this way. I think that you're going through this period of inventory. So you're trying to take inventory and stock of what is in your life in terms of relationships and in terms of the way you're showing up as a person in your relationships and in your dynamics. So there's something that is on your mind that is causing you unrest. And as a result, it's preventing you from being fully embodied in yourself and tapping into your full power. Okay? So we're going to figure out what it is as we go along. But the Emperor in reverse is talking about lack of trust in self, is speaking of lack of stability, lack of security, lack of grounding in self because of this mental anguish. So this full moon in Libra is causing you to ask yourself, where are you giving so much and not returning or not receiving a lot in return? Where are you putting others before you? This card, if it was upright, I would say you're somebody that is very self-assured and knows themselves. But it's in reverse. What I'm seeing is that you may be self-sacrificing a lot and it's not giving you what you want. The next card is the Knight of Cups in reverse. I also feel as though you may be blocked in certain areas. Knight of Cups is a dreamy card, intuitive, creative. And as you can see, there's a waterfall here which speaks of the abundance within you. Abundance of creativity, abundance of intuition, abundance of tapping into something other than yourself. I feel as though the patterns or the ways that you've been behaving or acting, this full moon in Libra is going to highlight that, and it's going to cause you to tell yourself that you need to complete that cycle and start a new one that is more empowering, more embodied, because you aren't embodied because you may feel as though you need to be a particular person to succeed, but you don't need to be. Okay, so Knight of Cups in reverse is telling you that you are blocked as a result of this reason and you need to move into the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands clarifying the Knight of Cups in reverse is saying that own yourself, own your power, own your fire, own your passion, own your boldness, own who you are. This is the energy of somebody building an empire. You can only build an empire when you're strong in yourself. That is why she's sitting on her throne. Who are you when you are being yourself? Who are you when you're trusting yourself? If you haven't listened to my last episode, my last astrology report on my podcast, it's on the new moon in Aries. The new moon in Aries give us those questions to reflect on. How can I be more assertive? How can I set boundaries? How can I be more myself? If I let go of fear, what would I do? Who would I be? Those are the questions that I need to call. It's not a coincidence that you had the new moon in Aries before the full moon in Libra. The new moon in Aries caused you to be aware of where you needed to step up as a leader, where you needed to show up more, be more assertive, be more strong in yourself, right? The full moon in Libra is saying, where do I need to release those limiting beliefs, those ways that hold me back from being my best self, those ways that hinder me from being in a better relationship with myself, because I'm trying to sacrifice myself to be a better person in relationships. But this person that I'm being in relationships is the person that puts others before me, that denies her needs or his needs. You get what I'm saying? Let that go. You are being called to step into your power. Listen to my episode on the new moon in eclipse on the Perspective with Viv podcast. Then listen to my podcast episode on the full moon in Libra that will be dropping later this week. Okay. So once again, the Queen of Wands is saying, how can I step into my power, own my power, embody myself, my gifts, my passion, my creativity, my assertiveness? How can I show up as my best self? What is holding me back from being that person? Next card is the Wheel of Fortune that speaks of a new cycle, a new beginning. Like I said, full moons have to do with completions. This Wheel of Fortune is saying that you're entering a new beginning, you're ushering in a new chapter. It talks about fated events, it talks about destiny events, it talks about being aligned with your true destiny, your true path, as a result of embodying who you truly are. Your path cannot unfold and open up for you if you are acting as someone else. So the full moon, the Wheel of Fortune is saying that this full moon is going to invite luck and fated events into your life. It's going to open up your path and allow you to align with it. And that destiny, that alignment is going to take you to the 10 of Pentacles. Financial security, strong familial bonds, generational healing, you being strong in your purpose, you building something that is going to be so withstanding. This is something that is going to be like a permanent thing in your life. For the next 10 years, whatever it is that opens up for you in this period is something that is going to bring you a lot of stability, security, and generational healing. Because you're going to be following your purpose. You're going to be aligning with those that are going to fuel that purpose, that path, okay? Now, the overall energy is the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups talks about walking away from things that no longer serve you and following your passion. What is it that you're passionate about? What is it that lights you up? What is it that brings fulfillment for you? Allow yourself to let go of whatever it is that no longer serves you, whatever is no longer fulfilling, whatever is no longer aligned with your, what was that? Whatever it is that is no longer aligned with your embodied self, and you find yourself where you need to be. Pardon me, I have no idea what just happened. Ooh, I have to pause. Hold on. Can I even pause? Technical difficulty. I may have to end this if it doesn't work. Okay, we're back. Thank you for rocking with me. Yeah, my light has issues, baby. My light has issues. Oh my goodness. What? Why are you doing this to me? Anyway, it's all good. We're going to sort this out. If only I could pause, but genuinely, I'm not even like embarrassed. This is life. Okay, so we're back. Oof. Like I said, we have the Eight of Cups. And so, oh, hi. We have the Eight of Cups. And so the Eight of Cups is inviting you to walk away from things that are no longer serving you and to walk towards your passions. What lights you up? What makes you feel alive? Okay. As you can see, we have the full moon here. Like I said, full moons have to do with completions. It has to do with releases. You'll be called with this full moon in Libra to be aware of those things that you need to say goodbye to so that you can fully accept this new you, this real you, this embodied you, this empowered you, okay? As I said with this Queen of Wands here, Step into your power, own your passions, own your fire, own your truth, embody that truth, sit in yourself, trust yourself, and build from there, okay? Now, the card that clarifies the Eight of Cups is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about a new beginning. So we have two cards that talk about new beginnings and new cycles. In the release that you're invited to release, you'll be also be giving that idea for what to do in this new beginning. Whatever you make space for, something new is going to come in, and that thing is going to be more fulfilling for you. When you see the Ace of Wands, it talks about a new passionate beginning for you in terms of your career, personal projects, whatever it is that you're passionate about. It also talks about having a vision. What is your vision? What have you been afraid to embark on because you're not really your full self yet? This this full moon in Libra is going to bring that balance and harmony to your life, and it's going to allow you to add on to whatever you've done with this new moon in Aries that passed. You're going to add on to that and align your vision with your destiny. That's what's going to happen. You're going to feel that confidence. You're going to feel that drive. You're going to feel that motivation to go after what it is that you want. Because now things are balancing in your life. Now harmony is being attained in your life. Now you're more strong. You're more strong within. You're more aware of who you are. You trust yourself a lot more because you're going to start to see that. You're going to start to see yourself develop. You're going to start to see yourself change in a better way. No more people pleasing. No more putting other people before you. Now you're going to be a bit more selfish. You're going to be assertive, set those boundaries, because Libra has a problem setting boundaries. You're going to do all the things that you've not done out of fear and limiting beliefs, and you're going to move forward in a way that you've never expected it before. So with this full moon in Libra, you're changing. You're becoming a much better person. Things in your life are going to balance out because internally you'll be balancing out as well. And the full moon in Libra is also going to invite justice into your life, karmic justice. So wherever Libra is in your natal chart, just check it out. Whatever house Libra rules your natal chart is where you're going to experience this release of a chapter or a cycle, and then the beginning of a new cycle with new attitudes, okay? Being more assertive, putting yourself first, being more, attaining more balance within, okay? No longer people pleasing, as I said before. There's just going to be a new way, but also that things are going to come to light. So you may find that your dreams are more vivid, messages are coming in more. All these things are to let you know that this life that you want to live is right in front of you. All you have to do is let go of the things that are holding you back. Be strong in yourself, trust yourself, allow yourself to be embodied, and before you know it, life is going to unfold in the way that you expect it. Because here we have the 10 of Pentacles that speaks of financial stability, financial security, long-term fulfillment because of the work you're going to start doing. So ask yourself, where do I need to release things so that I can invite better things in? What do I need to let go of to follow my passion so I may succeed in line with my destiny, with my fate? Okay, what else? Think about the things that are causing you conflict, mental conflict. Think about the things that are preventing you from being your best self. Know that it's time to let it go so that you can have that mental, what's right, clarity, number one, and also peace of mind. And as a result of releasing those things, your creativity is going to flow more. Your intuition is going to flow more. Your essence is going to shine more, thus attracting what is meant to come to you, okay? That's why you have the Wheel of Fortune here. By releasing, you'll be accepting a new cycle in which you have an abundant outcome. And like I said, the card that clarifies it is the 10 of Pentacles. So allow yourself to step into this new beginning where you are driven by passion and motivation to succeed. Align your actions with your vision, and you attain the security, the peace of mind, and the success that you seek. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like a tarot reading or a natal chart reading, please contact me. My social links are on my page, and we can talk more. Okay. Thank you so much. Check out my podcast, Perspective with Viv, and my Instagram, Perspective with Viv. Everything you need is right there, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.